Today on the Dr. Oz Show, all new 2 cancer detectives on a mission. Is the cure for cancer in nature?
They starve the cancer so it shrinks back down.
Next.
Thank you. Get comfortable. Really important show. Cancer. It's the word you dread most. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will develop cancer in their lifetime. But could it be stopped? Today we're going to meet 2 extraordinary detectives determined to solve the ultimate health mystery: how to cure cancer. They're revealing their most exciting breakthroughs, and they're united in their goal. But they're searching on 2 very different fronts. One detective is using cutting-edge science and technology. The other, well, they're uncovering answers in nature. Meet our first cancer detective.
I'm a plant scientist, and I'm the director of the Plants for Human Health Institute here in the North Carolina Research Campus, and it's almost like a scientific Garden of Eden. We're looking at components of plants, less recognized compounds, but these are actually what packs the punch for human health. An example would be the pigments that make berries their bright red or their bright blue colors, or tomatoes bright red. These pigments are particularly anti-inflammatory and can actually stop cancer in its tracks. I think many people think about foods as a source of calories and a source of good flavors, and they don't tend to think about it as a source of medicine that can actually improve their health. We've worked with populations all over the world to investigate their own plants and their medicinal properties. We don't go in blindly and just pick a plant and just test it. We really go in with the knowledge of elders, how they can collect wild plants, and how they've used them traditionally for health. In a way, what my team is doing is really validating what your grandmother always told you. Eat your fruits and vegetables, they're good for you. The truth is, she was right. But it's only now that science has evolved the tools that we can investigate and decipher the ways that plants are protecting human health.
I didn't know until just now, but you are my hero. I eat blueberries every morning. I've always thought they were helpful. You actually are proving it.
Yes.
You're sequencing the whole thing. So talk to me a little bit about wild fruits and vegetables. Why are they the most anti-cancer and most powerful foods that we can have out there?
Well, plants are stationary. They're rooted to the ground, so they can't just get up and run away when you have an insect coming to bite them or when they're under the harsh UV light of the sun. They can't. They have no defenses except to produce a wonderful natural blend of chemicals. They make it in their leaves, they make it in their fruits, and when a human being eats those chemicals in the food, they're getting those cancer protective chemicals in their body. Those same chemicals are fighting against cancer.
All right. Now, Dr. Lila is about to reveal 3 cancer-fighting foods. You write these down. The first cancer-fighting food is wild blueberries. Now, wild blueberries, why are these so much more powerful than regular blueberries?
They're fantastic. They are out in a rather exposed field, and they have chemicals in them preventing many stages of cancer at once. Not just one target in cancer, but initiation, promotion, progression stages of cancer. Different chemicals, all in this very compact, pungent little berry, are preventing cancer.
You know, I've done a lot of homework on blueberries, getting ready for this. So I got a little animation I think will help make this really powerful. So let's look at what happens to a blueberry. It's growing out there in the wild, and it's exposed to all the elements, right? It has the craziness of the weather. It's got the sun beating down on it. Sometimes it gets cold as the sun goes away, and it gets dark, it gets windy, it gets blown around. And then you've got pests and infections, and they all get into it. No, the plant doesn't die because inside of its very core, in the cells, it's releasing chemicals, powerful chemicals. These are the ones that protect us from cancer. And as they go through the cell, they live there, and they actually live in the blueberry. When we pick the blueberry and put it in our mouth, that potent little chemical gets into our bloodstream, and it goes everywhere. Now, let's say that in your body, you've got a cancer that's growing. That cancer is sucking blood towards us. There's the bad boy right there. These chemicals get into our body, they seep across this blood barrier, and they pull the blood away, and they starve the cancer so it shrinks back down. Now, could I design a drug to do that? Maybe. It's going to be pretty tough. It takes a lot of effort for nature to work that out over the course of all known human history, but it happens to work really well. Now, Dr. Lila, where can you find these? How expensive are they? Walk us through the logistics of being able to fill up on wild blueberries.
They're everywhere. They are in mainstream grocery stores. The important thing about a wild blueberry is that they're going to be the ones that are in the frozen food section. They're never going to be in fresh fruit. So not very expensive, maybe about $5.
All right, that's our first cancer-fighting food. Our second cancer-fighting food, a lot of you folks may have heard of, but you probably didn't think about it in this context. It's black currant. And specifically, black currant juice is something we're going to be talking about. Where do you get them? Why are they so powerful?
Black currants are, well, you can just tell from the bright color of them. The color ought to be like a beacon, kind of like a neon sign that's saying, eat me, I'm good for your health. And really you can see it in these black currants. They're available in the juice form, they're available in jams, they're available everywhere, online or in grocery stores. And what's good about the black currant in particular is it really fights inflammation. And inflammation is one of those hallmarks that increases the risk of cancer.
All right, the third cancer-fighting food, something I'm pretty sure that you may not have heard of. It's called muscadine grape juice. You know, it's not too common. Talk to us about, again, why is it so protective against cancer?
Unlike a lot of other grapes, it has natural defenses. It is not susceptible to a lot of the diseases that will devastate other kinds of grapes because it's full of ellagic acid and resveratrol and other components like quercetin that are cancer chemopreventive.
And give me a cost idea. How much is...
Not much at all. I mean, a big bottle like this, maybe $5.
Folks, let's break this down. For $5 a day, let's say, you can make an investment that has huge cancer protective qualities for you. Because at the end of the day, it's small things done right, day in and day out. When you have this stuff in your fridge, on your cabinet, you're going to make it part of your life. When you do those small things every day, without fail, that's where you get the big differences. This is how we're going to beat cancer, more than any other technique that we evolve. And it's very doable. You know what? I want to toast so much. Give that a taste. See what you think. I want one smiling face out there to tell me that this actually is reasonable. Just in case you don't like it. What do you think? And please be honest. I want folks to understand, it's not just that I think they're okay. Tolerable?
Yes, it's actually not bad.
Think it might be good for you?
Yeah,
good. Thank you very much. I want to thank Ann Lila. You are wonderful for her revolutionary technologies and all the great things she's done to invent and figure out why these berries are so valuable. When we come back, revolutionary technologies to help detect cancer earlier than ever. Stay with us.